Hi, this is Paul Gadbois, and the following clip is from my Train Signal Security Plus training. Welcome to my steganography demonstration. What I'm going to be doing during this demo is showing you exactly how steganography works. And more importantly, I'm going to actually prove to you that it works. So let's start off by actually going through each of these files and showing you what's in them. Let me give you the graphics file first. Here's our carrier file. This is the graphics image that we're going to be using. If you want to study it closely, because some people do, just pause the video for a moment until you're satisfied, and then you can start it back up again when you're ready. Now I'm going to assume that you've looked at this long enough, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step and show you the information that's in the text file. Now in this file, we've got Global Mantic's top 10 customers by account name, by account number, by account balance, and look at this, the passwords that they use to access their accounts. This is considered highly sensitive information. And if this were to get out to the public, it could ruin Global Mantic's. And that's the scary part of this whole thing, is I'm going to show you how easy it would be for somebody to slip this kind of high sensitive information into a graphics file and just walk it out the door and no one would know the difference. So let's go ahead now and start taking a look at this steganography program that I'm going to be using. Now this program is called Invisible Secrets 2.1. It's just a program that I downloaded off the internet and I installed. Now there are two options here on the main screen. The first one is to hide files and the other one is to extract files. Now there is the encrypt decrypt options, but we're not going to use those for this demo because they add no value to the purpose of the demo, which is to show you how to hide and then extract files. So we're just going to do the hide and the extract part. So step one is I want to hide. I want to hide this information into that file. Now the first thing it asks me for is where is the carrier file, which is this guy here. And for carrier types, this particular program, without me purchasing additional licenses, only allows me to do JPEGs or bitmaps. So when I go to search for it, it's only going to find that one file. It doesn't recognize the graphics file because it's not a JPEG or a bitmap. But that's fine. I select that particular JPEG and I click open and it puts it here. And I move on to the next step. Then it wants to know, well, what do you want to embed in that JPEG file? So I click Add Files. And of course it shows both because I could embed anything if I wanted to, but I just want to choose this text file. Click Open, and there it is, topsecretinfo.txt. Go to the next step. What's the password? Now the reason it needs a password is because once that third file is created, that embedded text is password protected. You cannot extract it unless you have the password. So I'm going to click on View Passwords, and I'm going to type a very highly secured password. Are you ready? Go for it. It doesn't have to be complicated for this demo, but obviously you would want to use something more complex. Go for it. And I want to skip encryption because I don't want to go through and waste the time to do that. And I'm going to go Next. Now it's asking me to give it a name that the resultant file will have. So I'm going to call that resultant file Stegodemo, and it's going to turn it out to be a JPEG file because the carrier file is a JPEG file. Now when I click Next, it's done. Notice that Stegodemo JPEG just got created. Now I'm going to just click on Next to get past a couple of these extra features that we don't need to use, and I'm back to the main screen again. Now I'm going to put this in the back and bring you here. Now once again, this is a combination of these two. But to show you that this file is completely independent of these two, I'm going to delete this file from the hard drive, and I'm going to delete that file. Now the only file that's left is Stegodemo. Now I'm going to open that up so you could take a look at it. And again, pause if you want to, but I think you'll see that this file looks exactly like the original one. You would never know that there was a text document embedded in there with highly sensitive information. So let's go ahead now and do an extract. I'm going to go back to my steganography software and do an extract. I'm going to click Next, and it's going to say where's the carrier file, and when I go and search, it's going to say Stegodemo. That's the only file that's left on that folder. Open, and I'm going to go Next. Now what's the password? And again, I'm going to type go for it. And I'm going to click Next. And then look at this. It found that file. It knows that that file is embedded in this file. Now, I don't want it to go to this particular path. I want to drop it right here. So I'm going to change paths to make it come right to this particular folder. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go to my documents and the Stego demo. And away we go. And that's the path that I want to drop this file at. And when I click Next, finished. And there it is, top secret information. Let's go ahead and open that up and see that it's exactly the same. There are the top 10 customers with their accounts, their balances, and yep, their passwords, and nothing's been changed. Now, I want to really caution you about this type of software. While it's kind of fun and it's interesting and it's really, I mean, you can have a hoot with this stuff, but you got to be very careful because this really is a data theft type of a tool. It may not have started out that way, but that's how people use this today. And at Global Mantics, they actually have a policy that's written that states that you cannot use unauthorized software anywhere in their environment. And if you have unauthorized software on your computers, your computer will be seized, it'll be re-imaged with a corporate image, and that way you only have authorized software. But then they went one step further and said that if you have any kind of hacking tools, including Steganography, and they even pointed out Stego, if you have that kind of software on your workstations, you could actually be disciplined up to and including termination. That's how serious this is. So if you want to play with this, folks, by all means, download it on your computers at home and have fun with it, but do not install Steganography software anywhere on your workstations at your office because, again, you could be actually disciplined to the point of losing your job. Double check with your leadership, make sure that everybody knows if you feel a need to bring this into your environment, and make sure that it's signed off on at the highest level so that you're not going to get in trouble. But other than that, like I said, have fun with it at home. Thanks for watching. You can get this same material plus much more from my Security Plus course at trainsignal.com.